Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm stuck. Not going anywhere all day. Just gonna sit here, shoot myself. What the hell? Magic festivals. They're gone. Now what do we do? What do we do now? We just watch all the awesome YouTube videos out there? Play on Zoom? I don't know what to do anymore. Help me. Help me.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome to Financial Fridays. Yep, it's Finance Fridays. I had to do a little bit of a bit there because honestly, I'm a little bit bummed that Finance Friday has to talk about the Magic Fests for 2020 are all shot down like a 747. Wizards today announced from the VP of Esport Gaming whatever. She basically announced and said, we're not doing any Magic Fest anymore because of the Corona mess. We're stuck at home playing Magic Arena. That sucks. So, I've been called and messaged and asked, well, what do you think about all this crap? Well, I'm talking about it from purely, excuse me, I'll eat some watermelon, a financial standpoint. So here's what's going to happen. Number one, I don't think Magic's going to die. Magic is booming. It's going crazy. Yes, it's growing. Digital is going to go off the shizzle. If you're worried about Magic dying, nope. What's going to happen is people are going to get antsy. And when the Magic Fests open in 2021, I hope, I'm predicting Q1 will probably have somewhat of a Magic Fest thing, hopefully a trial run in 2021. I predict it to be off the charts because people around the world are tired of staying at home. Magic is so big to their lives, and now they're stuck doing nothing but online gaming. It's kind of, in a weird way, a godsend in the sense that expect one of the biggest booms of buying and gaming that you've ever experienced. I think 2021 will be the biggest gaming year for Magic in person ever. Magic Fest are going to go crazy. In fact, if they charged $20 a person to enter the damn room, just enter the room without even playing a game, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. Shit. $50 if you added some fancy like tote bag and backpack, signed autograph cards by the professor. I don't know what's going on. The R word, me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get hired by them. They don't like me that much. All right, so, but that's all BS aside. It's going to go crazy next year. Now, I will say the doom and gloom is going to be, I was thinking about that, like what areas are going to actually be affected? Here's what will get affected. The artists. A lot of Magic artists travel the world and they sit there, they do altar sketches, sell artist proofs, sell their art, connect with other projects, whatever, right? And they rely on the show income. In fact, some of these artists make thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars of income. So now they're stuck there and they're like, well, what are we going to do? Shit, I got these hiccups. How do you get rid of hiccups? Excuse me, I just burped on camera. What the hell is going on today? Watermelon. Okay, so as far as the artists, I feel for them because some of the lower tier artists, not saying they're bad art, but the artists that are not selling like the vintage products, more the newer artists who barely have any cards, they're fresh off the scene, they're trying to get their name out there. It's going to be hard, especially like Gen Con's not happening. No San Diego Comic Con, no other smaller cons and stuff. it's going to be really, really, really hard for artists. So, hold on a second. I got some water. Hold on, Jesus. Jeez Louise, God, I had some burping going on. All right, so back to it. Like I was saying, the artists basically who are lower tier in terms of the newer artists doesn't have a lot of, who have like the older vintage artists, right? Have so much older products that are worth so much more yield. So they're able to produce more alters, they have more cards, especially the new artists who are just starting out. They don't have that much traffic that come to their website. So they rely solely a lot on the shows in many cases. Now, I'm not saying people don't go to the websites and they actually support them. The problem is they don't actually, that extra traffic boosts up the income quite a bit. Now, also, look, I'm not saying vintage artists are going to lose money either. There's going to be a lot of artists who do tons of these shows. So right now, if you're watching this video, please go and support some of those artists that you usually go to see at Magic Fest. So you go to their website, contact them on Facebook, and just buy something off them. For the love of God, I don't care if it's prints, alters, sketches, whatever, just commissions. I mean, they would love it, because right now it's really hard. That means their entire 2020 income is gone. Zip, gone. Now, obviously, it's an unprecedented situation. Their health is more important, but still, right now, you got to help them out. All right, now the doom and gloom, I think that's hurting a lot, are kind of the back dealer, the traders, the people that really have to sell out to the vendors, and they kind of wheel and deal during the floor at the Grand Prix and Magic Fest. They have to go off and sell the cards. They basically find deals on the floor. They sell them to the dealers for buy list or other things, trade for equity, whatever, right? And they are going to be hurt a lot because their only venue that they really were able to trade was solely off the shows. They're floor traders, right? Now, that's completely gone. There's no shows, nothing. So what are they relying on? Well, an online presence. But keep in mind, floor traders don't really care about, starting a website. They may not even have a business license. Some of these guys are just doing it because they like it, or it's on the side money, or on the whatever. So they also did it because they played maybe in the tournament, or they had friends that came, they had people that came in, they all know each other, they make deals, and that's fine. But now it doesn't happen at all. So what do? A lot of these international floor traders, like my friend Filippo, for example, has such a larger network. He still's making deals because he's more extensive, right? He has a social media presence, stuff like that. But some people, some floor traders are more international, aren't as well known. So if you haven't established yourself, it may be wise to start maybe like a TCG player account, an eBay store account, and actually start selling online there more frequently, even on Facebook to develop your name. But a lot of people have to only focus solely on their presence on the floor at the Magic Fest. So they're going to have a hard time. Another thing, people ask me, well, is Channabot, Fireball, CFB events going to be hurting? What's going to happen to them? I don't think that's going to be a problem because channelfireball.com itself is their main business. It's going to actually now spark their focus on purely their store. So for example, they had like this a giveaway for an unlimited Black Lotus if you're selling cards to them, and you get like an entry into like an unlimited Black Lotus, or I don't know, some fetch lands or something. They have these promotions if you sell on their buy list. So that's really interesting, a way to promote their website and get traffic. I don't really know what they really officially make at the events, but I can tell you they're pretty profitable, especially when they're filled up. And there's a lot of people playing side events, stuff like that, and there's a lot of vendors, get a lot of vendor money. So the thing is, I'm not sure, but also the stress, though, is gone in the sense that they don't have to actually manage it. There's none of the actual, the logistics of it all. It eliminates a lot of jobs and maybe some other areas that they may have hired into, right? They have additional judges that were involved. So that may actually be a downer financially. But other than that, and also the vendors. Okay, talk about vendors. Vendors, from a downside perspective, downside only. A lot of vendors, people ask me, how do vendors actually make their money? And what happens is vendors bring, X amount of money to buy. Their key goal in life in the entire show is to buy collections, buy your decks, buy deals. Hey, this is the hiccup video of the year. I'm sorry, guys. So they're buying deals, they're buying binders, they're buying collections, and if there's no buying going on, some of these people have LGS stores, some of them have brick and mortars, some people are only online. So how are they going to, some people actually only do shows. That's another interesting thing. How are they going to survive, right? Well, they're going to have to now do more of the eBay, TCG player, and they're now on more competition with everybody else. They focus more on their website. And it might be a good time for them to focus more on their actual core business without the shows. It shows you that your online presence, your brand, your name means more than just the shows, because, quite honestly, with the show, something happens to the shows, or let's say Wizards, let's say after all this, they could easily cut the amount of Magic Fest and make them less. People have said sometimes there's too many Magic Fests. Why not cut them and make them less, and have them a larger event, make it more like a Gen Con, like a con, right? Tens of thousands of people coming, right? So that could happen. You don't know. With this Corona thing, it actually could present, hey, let's do fewer events, but make it more spectacular, right? After the vaccine hits, that could happen. That could very well occur. So the vendors really rely on this collection buying. And I have to tell you, like when I went to some of these shows, I mean, there's some awesome collections that come through. Some of them in which you can hold on to and make incredible amounts of profit. Huge dollar profits, especially if you grade the cards. So that isn't completely eliminated. Remember that when you have people coming in with the cards, you're also actually going to be able to see the cards, authenticity, stuff like that, condition, and be able to really give yourself a higher, you might be willing to pay more, right? So that presents the last part of it is that the seller side, the people that are selling their collections. A lot of people rely on going to these Magic Fests because they want to sell their collections and they don't have any other place for fast cash. Some people would obviously just sell them just for the cash for the show, like a GP Vegas. They want to go entertain, go gamble, whatever, right? But I'm talking more about people who are sitting down. Now they're looking at this Magic Fest schedule. They're like, oh man, I should have went to Minneapolis in July. Oh, can't do that. Portland in December. Bologna and Italy and Japan, Nagoya, right? You can't go to those places to sell, and you were hoping you're sitting on reserve list cards like that. What are you going to do? Are you going to send them to a vendor for buy lists? You sell them to me, go to vintagemagic.com, go to contact us. If you have old cards, I'm interested all the time. And you have lots of different options, right? But that's only online. And the worst, I probably say the worst part about this entire thing is the human interaction. See, a lot of us, and myself included, I really love Magic Fest. I really love the social camaraderie, the interaction, the personal interactions, the friendships you get out of it. I can't tell you how many countless awesome memories I've had. There's been some weird ones, some trollish behaviors and stuff, but overall, the amount of the cool dinners, the shows, the events, memories you have with artists and players all over the world is just so huge. And it's become a huge part of my life in a way, like involving myself and meeting you guys. So as a person that does YouTube videos, also who enjoys meeting clients, and it's a way for me to obviously increase personal relationships, I'm going to have to find a creative way in the sense that, because obviously my traveling this year is going to be cut by at least 3/4, right? I'm not even going to go anywhere, really. I mean, I'm going to go to Vegas end of June, maybe do some deals and stuff, but that's about it, right? Depending on where I go. I might go to Hawaii for traveling. I might go to Japan for, vacation, Orlando if they open up. But it's not really for a Magic event, and LGS stores are all limited too. So it's not like you can actually do deals or actually play at events, because I'm not even sure how it's going to work. I don't know how you social distance and play old school, or I have no idea, right? The whole thing's weird. It's all up in the air right now. So anyway, that's how I really feel about it. I know it's kind of like a tough topic, but you know, all in all, I gotta say that Magic, everybody's still connecting. They're still talking to each other. I've talked to people on Skype, on the Facebook Messenger. Just try to call people, message people, and just text, call, whatever, and just, you know, show some love and just communication, reminiscing of good memories, and sharing pictures and whatever. That kind of is the positive side, that you could always look forward to something. And that's what I'll leave you with. If you have any thoughts in the comments below, what Magic Fest you want to go to in 2021, what you're missing the most, what's the most positive experience you have with Magic Fest, I want to hear it in the comments below. I honestly think that right now we gotta grow, we gotta kind of connect with each other more and more now, especially now with no Magic Fest. It's insane. I love to hear from you guys. If you guys ever want to talk and chat, do a Skype call. I love to talk to you guys. But seriously, Magic Fest was one of the most important parts of my year, and I'm going to miss it. It's sad. But yeah, man, I'm really going to miss a lot of you guys out there. I see a lot of faces, the same people all the time. It's not even about making money. It's more about just the relationships. And that is what I'm going to miss the most. All right, guys. Hope you guys stay safe. Lots of love. You guys have a good weekend. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you everyone for supporting our channel. It means a lot to me that you're enjoying the content we're putting out there. I have a Patreon page that supporters have access to special perks and rewards. Become a supporter at patreon.com/vintagemagic. As a patron, you receive exciting pricing on sealed product, flash sales, annual gifts, and personalized consulting services from me. Again, thank you for subscribing to our videos and supporting the channel. I love meeting players, collectors, and investors all over the world. If you see me at a Grand Prix, please come by and say hi. I would love to meet you. Thank you everyone for your support and friendship. Thank you everyone for watching the videos. I wanted to do a special thank you to Sam Tang from Kitchen Table Magic. He's been a great friend and a great artist producing the videos. Been very patient with me in his directing. And I also want to thank Brian Weissman. Brian and I have become friends out of this, and I've learned a lot from him, and he's spent countless hours sharing his knowledge and wisdom. Without you guys and the support of my Patreon, this would never be possible. If you guys have additional comments or suggestions, I'd love to hear from you guys. Just go to vintagemagic.com and go to the Contact Us page. I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon.